Before we get into the latest summary of Russia's agri weather, we thought it might be useful to remind ourselves of Russia's wheat growing geography. Around two-thirds of Russia's wheat comes from the central, southern, and North Caucasus regions, with Volga, Urals, and Siberia making up the balance. Winter wheat is mainly grown in the central, southern, North Caucasus and Volga regions, while the spring crop is generally grown further east in regions bordering Kazakhstan from Volga to Siberia. When looking at the following weather maps, keep in mind this region is primarily winter wheat and this region is spring wheat. Temperatures fell through October and November as the season transitioned from autumn into winter, with freezing conditions and winter crop dormancy starting to arrive at the beginning of December, although temperatures across much of central Russia remained relatively mild. Average temperatures have generally been above normal, particularly in recent weeks in central and southern regions. While it's difficult to determine the impact of this on crop development, it has meant that snow that arrived in central regions has retreated. This has left crops exposed and potentially at risk from low temperatures. But a more pressing issue is the lack of moisture to replenish soil reserves, which remain limited across parts of central and southern Russia. The southern Russian wheat crop is the first to be harvested in early July, and due to the proximity of the Black Sea, most is destined for export. If early yields are low, and it currently looks like that could be a possibility, then the market will react accordingly, and more so than if yields fell later in the harvesting campaign. 37% of wheat is reported to be in poor condition, which if true would be a significant increase from the usual 4 to 6%. We think this is because dry conditions delayed emergence, and the assessment doesn't take into account that the crop is there, albeit at one leaf or still to emerge. So long as the seed started to germinate before dormancy, it remains viable and will emerge come the spring. It's more of a case that the crop is behind rather than in poor condition. That's all for now. Thanks for listening.